And finally tonight, EWTN newsroom correspondent Colm Flynn brings us the story of a young surgeon studying in Copenhagen, Denmark. Her family fled their home in Bosnia to escape the war, but starting over wasn't easy. She shares how her faith carried her through every hardship.
Mattea Leyden is training to be a heart and lung surgeon here at the Copenhagen University Hospital.
For as long as I can remember, I've been dreaming of being a doctor.
Leyden and her family fled from Bosnia and Herzergovina in 1991 after the collapse of communism. They came to Sweden as refugees and got accommodation in one of the worst neighbourhoods in the city of Malmo.
We came as refugees. The parents didn't have an education here, they didn't know the language, and you never really felt 100% at home or Swedish.
Leyden was attending a struggling school in the neighbourhood where the idea of a student going to become a doctor was unheard of.
I went to these, if you can call them ghetto schools, and then to become a doctor I had to go at a good high school, of course. And so I applied for the best in Malmo. And I remember when I came to an information meeting with my mom, and I said, like, my background, where I studied now, where I was from. He said, I don't mean to offend you, but maybe you should go for a nurse or sub-nurse.
What did that feel like when they were telling you to your face that this wasn't the high school for you?
And I like when people underestimate me. Then I like to prove them wrong, and it makes me a hard worker.
And underestimate Leyden they did. Despite her background, she was accepted and enrolled in one of the best high schools in Malmo, where she started to excel in her schoolwork. And it was on a trip to World Youth Day in Germany 2005 that she discovered the faith.
I remember one day when we were sitting in church and everybody was talking and making a lot of noise, and a monk, in the Swedish group, said, "Don't you understand that you're sitting in front of what you're sitting in front of, and showing so little respect?" And he talked about the tabernacle, and that was the first time I actually understood what it was about. And it's hard to explain, but I knew it. I knew what it was, and that was the truth.
After graduating high school with straight A's, she went on to study mathematics and physics, then medicine at the University of Copenhagen Hospital, where she now works. Her faith giving her strength and meaning in the work that she does.
Of course it's hard if somebody asks you, why did my daughter have to die? I've seen young kids die in drowning accidents and car accidents. Of course it's hard to explain, especially for someone who doesn't believe. Without dark, you can't appreciate light.
In Copenhagen, Denmark, Colm Flynn, EWTN News Nightly.